Welcome back, traders, to this channel where we talk about market structures, daily analysis, daily trade setups, and profit opportunities for you guys. And today is the 29th of October 2024, and let's have a quick rundown on the CFDs, indices, and a few cryptos. So without wasting much of your time, let's go there. Start with gold. So yesterday I told you to look out for this correction right here, that gold would have a correction coming into this impulse, and if we see a correction coming into this impulse, then we should be aware that we are going to have a completion of this correction before we continue going up. And so far so good. It has been doing exactly as expected, and we are soon going to get this coming down. Maybe not immediately from here now, maybe this would go to break the top, but yeah, we are going to get this move afterwards and continue going up. So that is a big confirmation to tell you that gold could be going up quite some more. Yeah, going up quite some more, at least to a good length, maybe to 2,860 or thereabout. But anyways, here is what you should be looking out for on gold. Look out for this move. Look out for this move. I think there would be a correction here, somewhere here, to go break the top, but wait for this move to come and we can start buying. You can also sell this move, because of course you will make some good profit there when you spot it and have a good entry point. So it's gonna go up. Let me use this path. It's gonna consolidate here, go up some more. I don't know how far it will go, but it's gonna do this and continue going. Okay, so that's the move you should wait for on gold. Silver. So silver didn't quite turn out the way we expected, because I was expecting to see a correction right here to continue selling this, making this all the flats we have in the middle, being this the correction in the middle, the impulse, and the impulse, which is the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave, because we trade with wave analysis. I think I've mentioned that several times here. So it didn't end up acting the way or behaving the way we expected, and that's fine. We don't control the market, so the market has to do what it has to do. We only follow what it is doing, and the market is not making any pattern for us. It is just moving and doing its thing. We are the ones fixing these things and saying we have seen this thing somewhere in the past, it behaved like this, which means this also might likely behave that way. So we start marking out these patterns and the structures we see on the charts in the market. So it is not that the market is making any specific plan or any specific pattern or any specific structure for anybody. Okay, and that's the nature of the market. So it is not making these things for us, rather it is doing his thing, and we are the ones saying, okay, we've seen this thing happen somewhere in the past, we've seen it look like this in the past, and this is what it did next. So could this possibly do that in here or in the future, or could that possibly be the same thing that could happen here? So we start thinking that way, not that the market thinks that way, or that the people who move the market, who do the large transactions, are trying to make pattern for us. No, that's not what is happening. So we have silver right here, and we got this move. So this could go quite some more, could go up quite some more, and it could come here, and it could even go up quite some more. So we might end up seeing this as all the corrections we have, or maybe just an impulse down. This becomes the B wave, and we might get something like this in the future before we go. So but the immediate trade right here is that we don't have anything. It will go up some more, hopefully to go up some more, but we don't really have a trade right here right now, so we just have to wait. And should you buy silver some more just for this move? Should you buy silver some more just for this move? Well, I wouldn't advise that, but if you want to buy it for this move, what you have to wait is to wait for a correction here, something significant that tells you, okay, it can move away from here like this. So if it moves away, you put your stop loss to break even and see how far it goes. But I don't think with this whole thing that happened here and this coming, I don't think this will go far before we see this move here. I don't think this will go far. It might even stop right here and turn back for this before it goes. Okay, and if we see all that in here, if we see all these in here, we are thinking, okay, this will come back. You see this, and the 1, 2, 3 in the middle will come back for this, right, before we continue going up. Anyways, that being said, let's just patiently wait for what would happen next on silver, and that is it on silver for the moment. US oil. All right, so this day I told you also that this could form a correction right here, and it might take about a day or two to complete before we finally see the last impulse down, and then hopefully we start going up. But here is this in the correction doesn't seem to be happening the way I drew it yesterday. You can go back and watch my web and my recording. It's not happening exactly the way I thought about it, or the way I showed you it will happen, and that's okay. As long as it's a correction, it's just meant for you to understand. Your duty is to understand what is happening in the market, make forecasts, make predictions, look at the chart, understand what it is doing, think about it. Have you seen this before or haven't you? Wait patiently to see how it develops, and then look for your strategic entry points to take profitable trades. So just a disclaimer, I am not making any trade call for anybody. Yeah, I'm just strictly telling you my opinions, what I am looking at in the market, the things I'm expecting, the varieties I'm expecting, and what I am not expecting. So if things happen the way I expect, I take trades. If they don't, I just wait and stare at the charts or visit it often to know how it's developing and what could be the next move to expect. Anyways, that's it for USOIL. So let me confuse you with this arrow. It should come down a little bit and we should have another arrow. So this right here, this move right here can, it can end up being something like this. This of course will go, and we have this in it. We can have this crawl down a bit, we can have this, and after this we can get this move coming down. Okay, we can get it coming down, and after this move coming down we can get a correction. This whole thing may end up becoming a channel for the up move, getting ready for the up move. It might end up becoming an ending expanding or ending contracting diagonal. So which one it is, we don't know yet. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, that's it for US oil, and UK oil might seem similar or a bit different. Okay, so but yeah, this might go up here, give us this, come down here for this, and go up for this. So making this the whole correction, it could come down and for this, and after that we could see a pullback for this, and this whole thing might also be forming a channel, or so where you have this correction, you have a 1, 2, you have a 3, you have a 4, and you have a 5. So this might just form a channel ending expanding diagonal or ending contracting diagonal for that up move. So wait for it and keep your eyes glued, because you're about to see something play out. All right. Okay, so let's move on to US 30. Okay, so here we are expecting this move, like I told you, to go up, finish whatever it's doing here and come down, but it seems this is not coming down yet, and we might have some more up moves here after this correction right here. So here is the thing, you see this right here, we'll do this, and if it does that, it might go quite up before it does this for this, so making it a 1 or 2 or 3 in the middle, a 1, 2, 3 here. It might do this, go up, break it up, and start coming down. All right, it might also not go up quite well or quite far from here. It might just do this, come back here, go, and this might also come to break out here, do this, and you think it's going to sell. It might start selling because it's already broke out from this trend line. It might just start selling, or it might just complete the correction in the middle, come down to break the low for this move, making it 1, 2, 3, and still go back to break the top once again before it starts coming down. So just patiently wait, because there is no trade for you right here, unless you want to go to the lower time frame, maybe the 1 minute, to look for your entry positions or entry confirmations, which I don't advise you to do if you're not skilled enough. Okay, if you're not skilled enough, I don't advise you to do that. If you're not skilled enough, don't chase the trades, allow them to do what they have to do, and look for your perfect entry point. Okay, and we even have so many moves here. We have this, which seem to be a complete correction, but then this is not moving out. So this right here could end up touching here and maybe just go up for that final move, which is this. It could also be that everything happening here is a part of this. So we get this, get it come down, get it move up, get it come down, complete this before we move on. Remember, this is a 1 minute chart, right? So yeah. Anyways, let's go back to the 15 minutes. Let's go back to the 15 minutes and wait for the trades to happen. Wait for the trades to present good entry opportunities so we can trade. NAS 100. Okay, this one is forming quite well. Wait for it yesterday and it just kept on disappointing. So right here, this one might just take off on its own. It might just take off for this, or you might see something like this, making this a correction in the middle. We might see this move up come, just like US 30 will do, and we might see this move down come right here before we finally get this move. So just wait for it. You can go to the 1 minute and put your entry orders somewhere here. So yeah, you can go to the 1 minute and put your entry orders and monitor it closely. Once it breaks out of this, once it breaks out of this structure right here, I'll put it like this, put it this way. Once it breaks out of this structure, put it this way. Once it breaks out of this and start going up, you can put your stop losses to break even, just in case if it decides to go up and retrace for this one before it goes. So if it takes you in and goes up, put your stop loss to break even. If it decides to go back down, leave it to go back down from the 1 minute time frame or from the 5 minutes time frame. And if it comes back down, look for an impulse, look for a correction, and keep on buying it to break this stop. Yeah, that's the goal, or that's the target for NAS 100 and S&P 500. Could be making similar move, and this one is crawling back quite very slowly, and that's okay. This could finally later be the impulse, and we're having the correction right here to go break the top. Okay, and I hope we do break the top, because if we don't break this top before we reverse, it could it could signal that we now have a whole lot to do here before we finally start having the impulses upwards or the buy opportunities. Anyways, that being said, on NAS, look out for this to break out. Let me take this. Look out for this to break out. Yeah, a breakout of this. So you could just, from the last impulse down, you just put your entry order there and wait for this move. Wait for this move to come. All right, German 30. So of course, yesterday I also told you that that was when this was developing. It was right here and it was somewhere around here. So I told you we could have this move come here, and we could finally be getting this. And if we have this coming from this, we could have this come back, make this whole thing a big correction before we start going back up. and what you need to do right here right now is to wait for this trade to set up. And this, we could see something like this. Let me go to the 5 minutes and then I'll come back to the 15 or 1 hour. So we could see this happening this way. We could see this complete itself. Come back here, do this, complete this, come back here, complete this before we go. So we could see this 1, 2, 3 move before we go, just like on NAS and US 30. Okay, we could see those moves coming, or we could just see this move up from where it is for this, come back down for this before it goes. All right, so whichever one it is, monitor it closely from the lower time frame and once you see this happen, put your entry order. Once you see this down move happen, put your entry order above for this. Also, you can decide to be aggressive, just very aggressive, and chase this one. So from the last impulse, which is here, so yeah, you could put that there, and hopefully it does this, goes back, forms a running flat here, forms a running flat, making a 1, 2 and a 3 before it goes. So when it goes out of this structure, or breaks this stop from here, you can put your stop losses to break even and hope that it goes far before it pulls back for this one and keeps on going. And when you're buying it, look out for this. Let's go back to the 15 minutes. Look out for it breaking this stop. Yeah, so as you can see, this move might not really go far, but if you get it correctly, this could be very rewarding. Okay, look out for it coming to retest this stop or breaking it. That's your target. So if you bought here right now, if you should buy it right now and put your stop losses somewhere below here, that should be like approximately a 1-to-1 trade, even though it's more than a 1-to-1. Okay, so if you should buy here right now, you're going to get more than a 1-to-1 profit ratio. So UK 100, told you we should expect this move, and it ended up happening. So the question right here is, are we now going up? If we take a look at this thing very clearly, it didn't break this low, but we were expecting it to break this low, at least to complete that correction. Let's take a look at the 4 hours. You can see what I'm telling you. We were expecting it to come break this low, but here is a thing. If this thing did not, if it has completed here, if this is a completion of the whole move, if it has completed, then we have a contracting flat. Okay, then we'll have a contracting flat, and we need to have something significant right here. Oh, what the hell is wrong with my mouse? We should have something significant here. Come up before we finally have this move. Okay, so but if this whole thing is going to form a kind of a correction right here, then we should expect also very corrective move coming down just like this one happened, and we can then see this for what it is before we finally start going up for this impulse. Okay, that is what you should expect. So go to the 1 hour, and the question to ask is, has this completed? Might have. So it has broken out of this trend line. So wait for this correction here to happen for you to give you something significant on the 1 hour time frame, and then you can buy it, of course. So let's jump over to Bitcoin, BTC. Yeah, has moved up quite a lot, and this ended up becoming the 2 in the middle, and we might get this. We might also get this come up. We might get this, and if we get this, yeah, it took another shape. It might just give us this correction looking upwards, which is a running flat, and we can get this also. But here is the thing, is it a guarantee for us to get this move coming down? Is it a guarantee that we will get this move? Remember yesterday I told you that yesterday I told you that this could be a contracting flat in the middle, which it ended up becoming. So when I saw this going up high and high yesterday, so I said this could be a contracting flat in the middle. So this could be a contracting flat in the middle, which it ended up becoming. So we have a 1, we have a 2, we have a 3, we have a 4, we have a 5. So in a nutshell, we have an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, an impulse, which is quite okay. And that coming in the middle of this, was quite understandable, but it came pretty low, which I also told you that this could be a deep pullback for the continuation. It could also be that it is a part of something to happen in the future, okay, where we get back this. So let me clean up. So I told you it could also be a part of what is happening in the future, where we get back this from somewhere here, go this way, get back this for this, and go. It could also be that it is a part of something happening where we get this to be this, go back to be this. We can start this move, or we can come back and complete this and start going up. So either way the correction takes the form, however way it takes its form, we can always anticipate and watch it closely. But it ended up coming here, making a correction here, came here, broke out of the trend line, and made another correction here, came up. So the question here is this. Let's go back to the bigger picture. Are we finally breaking out or not? Can we link this to be this, which is not ideal, because there is no correction in the middle to make it that complete running flat? Or can we say this is an expanding flat and we are just going up for this? And here is the thing, even if we are going up, even if this becomes an expanding flat and we are going up for this, we have an impulse, we have a correction, we have an impulse, we are getting a correction. So this correction should complete itself. before we start going up. Okay, before we start breaking out entirely, that correction should complete itself. It should complete itself before we start breaking out. Okay, and that's what we are looking for. That's what we're looking for. It should complete itself. So if it's going to complete itself, we are still waiting for that completion moves to come down towards the downside to complete it. So we could also be seeing this happening any moment from now. We could be seeing this coming down, going up, coming down, going up for this, making a 1 2 3, coming down for this, making a running flat, which of course guarantees for the move up. All right, so to have the sales, you have to have an impulse here, a correction, and then you can sell it for this. Okay, you can also just ignore this in the middle, make this a 1 2 3, and just come down for this. So whichever one it comes down for, just wait for that impulse correction from the 15 minutes. Wait for that impulse correction and sell it. So because waiting for it from the 1 hour might just make you miss that trade. Yeah, because the move is not much from the 1 hour time window. All right, you could also decide to wait for it just to be on a safer side from the 1 hour, to still wait for the impulse, wait for the correction to happen, and you can either go for this or go for this, because I think it might just ignore this. This could be the 1 2 3 in the middle, and we're just coming for this. So wait for that move. We are coming for this most likely before we start going back up for the buys. Let's take a look at Ethereum. What is Ethereum doing? Okay, moved up quite well, just like I said. So this ended up being or becoming a correction right here, a pullback, and this one is going up quite well. And if you have been following me and watching my videos for the past 1 week, you would always hear me say wait for this correction and buy Ethereum, wait for it to complete whatever it's doing here, even though it didn't act exactly the way we expected. So I expected it to come here. When it was happening, I still do to look for a 1 hour correction and buy. So it did the 1 hour correction, it broke out, and then it started doing this. So when it started doing this, I was like, okay, it's forming another correction. So this is a 1, it's forming a correction. So after this correction we'll go. So it went up back and it started pulling back, and that was when I started rethinking, okay, are we going to come down or are we still moving up? But this ended up becoming correction right here, and if you look at the nature of its existence, you can see it's very corrective in nature. I mean, very clustered and consolidating in nature. And we have this breakout now. Okay, so if Bitcoin is pulling back, Ethereum could have some other correction here but still go back up. Or if Bitcoin is pulling back, Ethereum could Bitcoin is pulling back, Ethereum could also do this, make an impulse, make a flag, could also do this. Okay, and if Ethereum does that, which is the reason why I told you that this could be a correction for downwards, okay, the way the nature is looking. So if Ethereum does that, here is what it will do, here is what will happen. If Ethereum should join Bitcoin to make an impulse correction to come down, it could be coming down for this. Yeah, it could be coming down for that, and this becomes the 1, 2, 3 in the middle, like I told you from my previous videos. And we'll start looking at this as the middle correction, and looking at this as the complete correction in the middle of the whole bigger move, and looking at this as the completion, and then going up for this move here. And if we have all these things happen here, of course the next big move is to the downside. We're going to come down, okay, for this move coming down. All right, that's the thing you should be looking out for. But if it goes out to break this stop once more, then we look at this as a 1, a 2, and a 3, making this the correction in the middle, and we'll still come down for this before we go back up for this one. Yeah, before we go back up for this one right here. So making this a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 3, this being the correction in the middle. So I hope you got that right now, and if you don't, you might want to watch this video again, replay that part, and understand it better. BNB, oh, this one went, wow, it went up quite well, just like we anticipated that it's gonna go up, and that's okay. If you're trading futures, you should have made a good amount of money from this move, depending on your on how many X you're going for and what's your risk tolerance. So expect this move to come break the top. At least I said it in my previous videos, expect a break of that top, expect a break of this top, and expect this afterwards. Expect this move. Now how far this will go is what I don't know, and nobody knows. How far this will go is what nobody knows. It could break this stop right here, and when Bitcoin is moving down, it could form a correction. Could even form a 3-way correction instead of just this. Could even form this before it comes to break the top. But once it breaks the top, which I don't know how far it will go, but anticipate this move because it will surely come. All right, so but good one if you got this one. Good one if you got the trade. You're doing quite well. Which other one should we look at? Shiba Inu. I don't know how many of you that trade that. Okay, I also told you to I don't know if I have analyzed this, but told you to look for the buys also here to complete this 1, 2, 3 before we finally get this move coming out. So if you can see, you notice that most of them have this move to complete. BTC has it, BNB has it, Shiba Inu has it, every other one, almost all of them have this move to complete, and that's why BTC also has this move. Okay, and if this ends up becoming, for whatever reason, it ends up becoming all the correction we have here, for whatever reason, which I don't know, ends up becoming a contracting flat right here, then we will be coming for this one direct and no longer for this one. Okay, we'll be coming for that. Anyways, that's it for the CFDs, the indices, and the cryptos, and the next is USD pairs, which will be the second recording of the day, and I'll see you soon on that one. Take care, trade carefully, make some money, and bye for the meantime. actually for a short time. Yeah, take care.